Happy Monday! Are you an extrovert or are you an introvert? And do you know the difference? And let me tell you before we get started, it's not about whether you are super outgoing and talkative and loud or if you are painfully shy. That's not what it's about. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the difference between an extrovert and an introvert and why it's important to know which one you are so that you can take steps to deal with it effectively in your life. So if that's a topic that you think someone might be interested in, can I ask you to share this video? My name is Bridget Krasowski, and I help busy people figure out ways to make time in their day, their week, their life, to exercise, to work out, to eat clean, to sleep better so that they can feel better about themselves mentally and physically. Okay, so let's talk about extroverts and introverts. So for the longest time, I thought that being an extrovert meant that you love being around people, you were outgoing, you could talk to anybody, you love parties, you love being around people, and that made you an extrovert. And I thought that being an introvert meant that you were quiet and that you were shy and that you maybe necessarily didn't really enjoy talking to people a lot. That's how I distinguished the two in my mind until I started to read more about it and find out that that is not in fact what being an introvert or an extrovert is all about. Do you know what it's about? I want to see if anybody knows. But okay, let's get into it. So the difference is, so an introvert, it's all about where you get your energy from. That's what it's about. It's not about how social you are. It's not about how loud you are or how quiet you are. It really is about where you get your energy. So for an extrovert, you get your energy by being around other people, and that gives you energy. It gets you excited. That is what an extrovert is all about. So for an example, let's say you are going to go to the grocery store. An extrovert, as an example, wants to go to the grocery store with someone else. They want to take someone with them to go to the grocery store together so that they can talk while they're up and down the aisles. And I hate the grocery store, by the way. More on that later. So that is an example of an extrovert, someone who gets their energy and is fueled by being around other people. An introvert, on the other hand, is someone who gets their energy by being by themselves. So that doesn't mean that an introvert, though, doesn't like to be around other people. So as an example, I am an outgoing introvert. So I enjoy being around other people. I can talk to anybody, but if I don't have that time by myself to just be by myself and get that energy back, then it's not a good thing. So why is this important? It's important to know if you're an extrovert or an introvert so that you can think about how you want to approach your life, basically, in a nutshell. Because if you're an introvert and you know that you're not going to have a lot of time to yourself, let's say in the coming week, because you're going to be at work all day, you have events at night after work where you have to be on and engaged. Let's say you're going to have parties on the weekend, happy hours, and you know that that's a lot of time around people, and you're an introvert and you know that you need that time by yourself to recharge, then you need to figure out how you can take that time for yourself. Otherwise, if you're anything like me, because I am an introvert, I'm an outgoing introvert, but I still need that time to myself to recharge and regenerate so I'm not an angry monster around people. Alternatively, if you're an extrovert and you love being around people and that's where you get your energy, and say there's some time coming up in your week when you maybe you're going to be alone more than you want to be alone, and you're not going to have the opportunity to be around a lot of people and be in those social environments that fuel you and give you energy. So you're going to maybe want to look at your calendar and think about how you can schedule time with a friend or multiple friends so you can have that energy, because that's what fuels you. So that's the difference between being an introvert and an extrovert. Again, it's not how loud you are or how quiet and shy you are. It's where you get your energy, and it's important to understand that about yourself so that you can manage your time and manage your energy appropriately so you can be the best version of yourself. So another thing I want to throw in here is the power of saying no. So if you're anything like me, you perhaps are the type of person where you feel bad about saying no to someone, or you don't know how to say no, you're worried about hurting their feelings. The sooner you get past this in your life, the better, I promise you. Once I learned this, I realized that I have no problem saying no to people. And it's not about being rude about it or not being gracious or accepting an invitation or anything like that, but it's about knowing you and what you need as a person to get through your day and your life without going crazy. Because let's face it, we all have a million things going on. We need to choose how we want to spend our time, and who we want to spend it with. And if we're not spending it with the people that we want to spend it and the ways that we want to spend it, then what's the point? Life's too short. So learning how to say no is a powerful tool. And you can be very gracious about saying no. You thank them for the offer, you thank them for thinking of you, but let them know that you already have other. And once you start doing it, once you do it the first time, I think you'll find that it's very, very freeing. I have found that myself. So that's what I wanted to share with you today in my series of online videos about being healthier and happier overall in general. So today we talked about the difference between extrovert and introvert. It's not about loudness or quietness, it's about where you get your energy. And it's important for you to know how you get your energy so you can manage your time accordingly. And the importance of saying no. And once you do it, I promise you, it'll get easier and easier to do it, and you'll find that the precious time that you have will be spent with the people and doing things that you love and care about most, and that is really what matters. So I hope that you had an awesome Monday. I hope these tips were helpful for you, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.